mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban Excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
What's good? What's good? Mosquito on my face.
What's good?
Welcome back to the Urban X podcast. We
You
are
got
here.
flies?
I seen something.
Did you wipe?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But that's what you're gonna have to ask Lil Man. Did you wipe good? I did. You know. And that's one thing, man. You no, I'm just saying.
Here we go.
This is the cycle of life.
Here we go. Just can we introduce the show?
Wait. Before we do, let me just say this. The cycle of life is this. You wipe your son's ass, and then when you get 90, he wipes your ass. That's the...
So, by that logic, when you get 90...
You gotta wipe my ass.
Dude, I'm paying
that's the way it goes.
a nice white lady to do it.
That's the way it goes.
I'm gonna pay a nice... No, I'm not even gonna do that to you.
I'm gonna make you feel bad. Malcolm, get in there! Wipe my ass!
Nope.
That's the circle of life. Welcome everybody to the show.
Peace. Thank you guys for joining us for On Time. Somebody said they didn't know we was on today.
Oh no, we on.
It's Thursday. We does this.
We does this.
We does this on Thursday.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
We are in the business. We appreciate your continued support.
Facts.
Wipe your feet when you come in.
Please.
Get comfortable.
For those that don't know, that means,
That means hit that like
button.
Get us right. That's the way it goes. And again, like I said, we just appreciate you guys tuning in with us, sharing, a couple hours with us, laugh, joke, learn, all the things we could do together.
Facts.
Within that short period of time. And again, we appreciate your support.
John Jones, Massachusetts in the building. Shouts out to you.
Oh, Mass in the building? Okay.
Shouts out to you.
That's what it is.
East Oakland. Shouts out to you.
East Oakland. I have to get out to Oakland.
Philly.
I have to get out to Oakland. That's on the bucket list.
You know what I'm saying? So, real quick before we get started, we want to have a PSA with the people.
Yes.
Right now. So, for the last few months, since this podcast really started.
Yeah, let's just be honest.
Since this podcast really started, we've grown at a considerable pace, but at the same time, and while we're definitely grateful for the people who are watching us, or people who rock with us since the beginning, at the same time, we have noticed a stagnation in how far our videos go, how much we actually grown, and we've seen like countless examples in real time of people being unsubscribed from our channel, from people not getting notifications when we put up a video, from people not seeing our videos at all. And we wanted to ask you guys to help us out in this endeavor by sharing our videos, by passing just whenever you can. You know what I'm saying? If you watch a video, just share it out, because that's the only real way to kind of fight the YouTube algorithms.
Yeah, I don't know if they're shadowing us. What do you call that? Shadow banning us.
Yes.
I wouldn't know why, because we're such a great wholesome family show.
We try to be.
You know what I mean? And but I've seen them in real time remove 10 subscribers. I've seen them in real time remove our numbers and reduce them by 400 in real time.
Yeah, on our video, on our podcast on Monday.
Yes.
It literally, like, the view count went down. I've never seen that happen
I've never
before.
seen it happen before.
You know what I'm saying?
So we need your help. So and in needing your help, I'm hearing something. Okay, maybe that's the TV. Yeah, in needing your help, just share it. Each one share it. If you have a lot of time, share it with anybody and everybody.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because that is the only way that we can kind of beat these algorithms. Or because it's just ridiculous. We at 46.6. It never moves. No matter how many shows we ring out, we inch along, and we just don't know why. So we're gonna employ and ask the people who rock with us to help us out.
Facts.
You know what I mean? If you could do that, that would be your way of helping us grow. And now we don't want to all of a sudden get crazy, because what happens is, the audience we have is an intimate audience, and like if all of a sudden we had 100,000 people in here, and I say something that appears to be off the rails, but we're family, and you know I'm just goofing off, and then we get reported because people don't know how to take what we do. So we're very appreciative of our audience.
Facts.
But don't cheat us. Don't out hustle. We out here hustling. We out here grinding, and for it never to move, it's just a little weird to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So while it ain't about numbers, it's about respect. And, us, receiving the benefits of the hard work we put in.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's no real contact for YouTube. Like, you can't complain.
I tried to contact them today.
And it bounced back.
And the damn thing bounced back. Malcolm was like, yo, Dad, are you serious?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, man, y'all need to stop this craziness, man.
Yeah,
stop doing this to us. And so they can get into contact with you, but you can't get in contact with them.
Yeah.
Which is a little weird dynamic. And I'm pretty sure there's some kind of backdoor way you can, but they'll run you through so many filters and all of this kind of stuff, and they'll make us seem like we crazy. I'm not crazy. The last 4 to 6 months in particular, we barely move.
Yeah.
We doubled the amount of shows we're doing. And we've been doing the HULC consistently, and it ain't moving. It's like it's frozen there. You know what I mean? So it's just a weird thing. So we want to implore you for your help when you can.
Yes.
Help us out. Help a brother out. Right?
All right, so let's get into it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, big news that hasn't been really covered that much. I seen it, I just happened to come across it. Bill Cosby was granted an appeal by a Pennsylvania judge.
That clap that up.
Yeah.
That old man shouldn't be in jail like that. Come on now. He don't need to die in jail.
So, what happened is a judge is actually looking back and then saying that what he actually got charged with, wasn't even supposed to be brought up in court in the first place.
We said that.
And we said, on your sit down we did last year, or the year before.
Yep.
We said that. So what I'm seeing actually is that, remember we always talk about division within the community. We always talk about that. It seems like the Black Lives Matter movement, because this seems to be the perfect time for them to do this with Bill Cosby, right? Mm-hmm. And like with everything, they're doing everything racial. They're taking out statues. They're changing names. They're doing all this stuff. So it seems like Black Lives Matter is in real time undermining the Me Too movement.
Interesting.
Which I think is going to get fascinating coming down online, because you're going to see where people's true loyalty lies when something like this comes out.
Absolutely, because I want to be clear. I'm not saying someone who committed crimes. That's not what I'm saying. I said, and I titled my piece, Bill is guilty, but not of this. You see what I'm saying? So if we believe in the justice system, that's like saying if I never got caught for doing nothing, I should still go to jail or something, right? So if we're talking about the court system, what they were charging him with was something that happened 40 years ago that shouldn't have even been brought up. So we understand Bill was railroaded.
Yes.
Right? So it wasn't a new case. It's not a Harvey Weinstein case where in the last 2 years or Epstein case, which is fresh. these people were talking about something 40 years ago and was able to introduce that. So that was a racist thing. I don't care how you look at it.
They even let 5 witnesses who had nothing to do with the actual case testify.
Absolutely.
And that shaped.
So I want to be clear, because I'm not trying to be insensitive to those who were violated. But I'm just saying, from 40 years ago, and them including people who had nothing to do with it, it was clearly not about rape. It was clearly about getting Bill Cosby out of the way for whatever reason. Maybe this whole Boulay thing, he started having a change of heart. Maybe he didn't go according to the script or the plan, so they had to sit his ass down. Maybe they are building a pipeline through his estate. I'm hearing his wife is the one that's really connected, but that's another story for another day. So with all of that being said, I don't think R. Kelly should get out of jail. His stuff.
He's been trying.
Yeah, I don't think. But Bill Cosby, because of the way it went down, he would have never been in jail in the first place.
Yeah, you can't. He literally agreed with a judge for his deposition to be sealed. Right. Because it's sealed, it can't be used as evidence against him. But that's exactly what happened. So that was filed. So a judge is allowing that to be relooked at, and he actually has a chance of getting out, which is impressive.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll see where that goes.
Again, I said it. It's once people start getting benefits. Like when it comes to all these movements, when other people start to get wins, then you see who's really with who, right?
Yeah, it starts clearing out.
Right.
You start becoming crystal clear of where they stand and things of that nature.
Because that's going to turn into, again, protect black women, and that's going to turn into...
Right, and which could lead to another distraction, you know what I'm saying? Because all the statue stuff removed from the original, that's not dealing with racism.
Yo, Trump just passed his 200th judge. He just elected another judge.
What's the deal with him electing all of these judges?
I don't know, but it happens under the radar when we talking about this.
Something else is going on. He's appointing judges.
Yes, he's appointing judges. You get what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Nobody talks about that. So I think that's something, like, we stay distracted on one thing for too long.
Yeah, because now the statues is what it's really all about. And that has nothing to do with systematic racism. That has more to do with the psyche of racism in your mind and what these images represent. But racism is like, we good.
Yeah.
We still here. We good. Yep, absolutely.
Shout out to Jaylene Haskin and Donna Sharif. Thank you for the donation.
And Psych L, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Nah, man, that's good. Peace. Whatever you got, King, I appreciate that, man. Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So on Monday we reported on the Bubba Wallace story.
Yes.
And it's like at first, and I even said, I was like, right, people are kind of trying to make it out to be a Juicy
Smollett,
Jussie Smollett type thing. And then you was just like, yeah, I haven't heard that. But then after a while, FBI came out and said no, it was just a rope pull tie for the garage.
Check this out.
It wasn't a hate crime. And then today, I think it was today or yesterday. I think it was today.
Yeah, it was today.
The actual
kind of yesterday, late night, but today.
Yeah, the actual picture of what was reported was released, and that was a full-out noose.
That's a full-out noose.
Yeah,
I know a noose when I see a noose, right? And for them to now say that it wasn't a hate crime, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Like, and why was this noose there all of that time in the first place without it being addressed?
Yes.
Right? Now, he looked like Juicy Smollett.
He kind of does.
He kind of do. He kind
of
of do.
Yeah.
But my point is, why was this allowed to even be hanging as a remnant of a noose? Because that is a noose. How else can it not be a noose? Now, if you're saying that it was been there a while and that's your argument, okay, fine. But don't tell me my eyes are not seeing what my eyes are actually seeing. That is a noose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, with that being said, I don't know if NASCAR got out in front of this because of the times that we live in. Maybe got out a little early on it, and in doing so wanted to be more in a proactive position, a position that they never really take.
True.
You know, NASCAR is.
But that's why
good old boys.
But that's why when people thought they were faking it, it seemed so convenient. Like, oh, y'all only wanted to do this because it'll put NASCAR in a better position with fans, or
but how's it gonna be putting them in better position with fans when the fans are Confederate fans?
True.
So you losing a major part of your fan base. That's why even when they were all out showing support for Bubba Wallace, you saw the jets flying up, or somebody took a plane across, and it was like defund NASA. What is it called? NASCAR.
Yeah.
Sound like NASA, sort of like massa. But you know what I mean? So, I'm reaching. I didn't pull my shoulder out this week.
That was a little one.
That was a small one. Yeah. So, with that being said, where does this stand with the true hardcore NASCAR fans? Right?
Yeah, right.
I'm talking about true hardcore NASCAR fans.
Well, if you see the pictures from when they brought Bubba Wallace and stuff out, it looks like the whole NASCAR community is behind it, even the other drivers. But it's becoming hopefully, and this becomes the case everywhere. We're kind of, if you're openly racist, you kind of get shamed for it.
Okay.
Hopefully that's the case in NASCAR,
and hopefully that's the case all over the place. I do think, like I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, there's just going to be a small window for you to get that promotion.
Yeah.
For you to shine light on something, because somebody else had come to me of a CEO resign of Bleacher Report.
Yes.
The CEO of Bleacher Report, which is that sports blog, resigned because it was brought to his attention that there wasn't a lot of diversity in what he was doing. Yeah. So when you put yourself in positions like that, it's only going to be a small window.
Was it Bleacher Report or Barstool?
No, it was Bleacher Report.
Bleacher Report, okay.
And so it's only going to be a small window to point out the blatant racism in whatever organization or institution that you work for, because soon your mind is going to be flipped to something else. They bring in niggas dribbling. That'll be back soon. And
I think
niggas hitting home runs and running bases and all of that shit will be back. And then the major aspect of distraction, you know what I'm saying, a weapon of mass distraction kicks in, and that's where we at from there.
Jeez. Free World Boss, thank you.
Free
you for
World
donation.
Boss.
The Gnosis,
appreciate you.
The Gnosis, thank you. Sent email.
Oh, long in the tooth. Thank you.
He said that he sent an email regarding advertising. So to all the people who have emailed us about advertising, we got your emails. We're going to respond to you real soon because we've updated our pricing.
Janelle Naomi, yes, we have
in the middle of COVID.
We have new COVID prices.
Yeah.
Rona prices.
Yeah. So,
you get a deal. You get a commercial. Get a commercial.
It'll be small business friendly. You know what I mean?
Okay, it'll be small because if soon, Malcolm, because I'm going to give him another week, and next thing you know, I'm going to be like, you know how thirsty I get on these shows? Sprite. And you niggas will be mad. But so we're going to go small business and try to be a little small business friendly. In hopes that we can build a relationship with the people who support us, who have small businesses. And that's what it really should be all about. Okay. And in return, you just plug your friends in. You know what I mean? Because we need that kind of help. Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So LeBron James recently just inked, he got an $100 million investment for his media empire.
Okay, let's clap that up. Yeah. Black man.
Yes.
Media company.
Yes.
Well, what he said that I liked, I don't know if you're about to touch on that.
Go ahead.
He spoke about the diversity.
Yes.
He spoke about 60+% African American.
Yes.
He spoke about 40% women.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Which when it's the industry standard is 20, 25. So he's priding himself on building a company of diversity. Now, I know you want to say it should be all black and, this and that. But when somebody gives you $100 million and maybe they were white, who knows? And they're saying, do you, but at least let me see a reflection of me there. I think 70% black, 40% women is a good start.
Yeah, him and his partner, Maverick Carter, they have this platform called Uninterrupted, and they want to bring more light to, black people with their writing, producing, film, all of that stuff.
You want to sign with them? Let's.
I don't know yet.
Put a bug in.
I gotta see how he handles this I don't know.
All right, just ask.
Also, because you know what's crazy? I read an article by this black entertainment lawyer, and she talked about how when Black Panther first came out, everybody lauded this as a major step for diversity. So she said, like, okay, then she said, well, her being a lawyer, she did her due diligence, and she found out that everybody who's in this movie, okay, you might be black, but your whole team is white. Everybody, your agent is white, your lawyer is white, your publicist is white, your whole team is white.
So it's a front. It appears to be black. We have a lot of that going on. We do.
Yes.
We have a lot of that going on.
So, and then we understand how powerful media is. That's why we said when Tyler Perry opened up his own studio, how much of a major move that was. Some people didn't agree because of Tyler Perry and the Medea
of his
character.
personal transgressions.
Yeah, with that whole character. But when you break it down and just look at how the media has shaped this entire pandemic.
Yes.
Look how the media right now is shaping the election. Look how the media is just shaping everybody's worldview, movies, news, things about that. So if we have our own network to where we can, sort of control, because I'm sure there's different investors, different board members within that group.
Yes. And these major media outlets have a stronghold, and they're going to maintain a stronghold because it gives them the power to control reality.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not just, it's your thoughts that you think are your thoughts that are not your thoughts. Right? That subliminally on a subconscious, superconscious, infinite conscious level continue to shape your reality. For instance, I mean, you broke down when you looked at where the corona is rising.
Oh, we can talk about that now.
Yeah, just throw that in there and we'll kind of mix it all in.
Yeah, so we'll talk about, what's happening, if you're paying attention to the news, there's certain stories that say the coronavirus infection, people who are infected, hasn't risen because of the protests. But then also they're going in on certain states that are you can see a spike.
Right. A considerable spike.
A considerable spike. Florida, Texas, Arizona. And then what I did was, you look at the states and you realize all the states that they're complaining about these these spikes are Republican states. Right? And remember when states were just starting to reopen, they were just talking about who's going to reopen. The states that were getting chewed the most about reopening were Republican states.
Republican states.
And I said that's going to be used as a way to see, they don't care about you. See, they don't care about the economy. Stuff like that. And what's happening right now is you're seeing it in real time.
And we are in the middle of a political war.
Yeah.
Because how convenient all the states that are in danger are the Republican states, which, is Trump nation or whatever the case may be. And all of these people who were protesting in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Philly, all these other places in bunches. And all of our numbers are down. See, that's the power of media. And we got to get back to just common sense.
Yeah.
Just put it all up on the table. So now you'll see that what they're going to be doing now, because we're not close to election time yet, but we're getting to the point where they're going to rev up the whole piece. And like I said, I don't have any horse in the race.
Facts.
But you can't tell me that that's kind of odd. That all the states that are spiking are the ones that are Republican states, so that they can paint this narrative that Trump don't care about what's going on.
Yep.
And come on, y'all.
Yeah, come on, and it's funny because it would be the same news network, CNN, that literally say that Black Lives Matter protest hasn't caused a spike in infections, but literally say Texas and Florida just broke a record on how many people got infected.
How's that even possible?
That makes no sense.
It makes no sense at all if you just start, paying attention. So don't fall for the okie doke.
Do not.
Right? Side note, I'm hearing Trump, his next rally is in a spot in Florida. And I forgot the name of the city in Florida, but it's a Florida with axe handlers. And there was a brutal attack on black people. Right, from a historic perspective. So you see a trend taking place. He went to Oklahoma City, where we got bombed, and Black Wall Street. And now his next location is a spot in Florida in which has something to do with axe handles and knives and lynchings of black people. I don't know if this is done on purpose, but we're going to keep our eye on that. Because even if he not recognizing it, somebody knows what the hell is going on. So I just want to go, we see you too. You know what I mean? So just to kind of keep that in mind. But let me bring this back to LeBron.
Right, go ahead.
And how powerful it has to start somewhere.
Right.
Right? So, you know, it's going to be a small thing, but it's a start. And other people can get together, you know what I mean, and create their own media conglomerates, just as, you know, we stay to the moral code of what media is. You know what I mean? I do more of the op-ed thing. So I just, you know, like to give my opinion on stuff. But I still don't want to falsely accuse or, you know what I'm saying, anything of that magnitude. So I'm going to big up LeBron for now on that aspect.
Facts.
He's got some other things he's going to have to do some splaining about soon, because I'm not sure the NBA should come back.
They shouldn't.
You know, but that's a whole nother story.
Like they right at that point, at this point, they're kind of beating a dead horse.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like more players, and then there's a war between that as well, because there's some players coming down with it, there's some players just sitting out. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like there is one united front either way. Right. And some, you know, it's all based on your fear levels and your fear factor. Yeah.
You know, some people, no, I can't, you know, possibly, you know, and that's their right to do so. But where does it end? Because it ain't going to stop next year. What you think going to happen next year? Right. It's going to be the same thing, because they're introducing this into the psyche of the people as something that could stay.
Yeah.
And when Trump told you stop testing, y'all all thought he was goofy.
It sounds funny the way he said it.
No, I get it. It sounds funny.
Yeah.
But it's true, because as me and you were talking earlier, and I gave an example, and I said there are certain venereal diseases that have no symptoms, and you could have it your whole life and never know until you test specifically for it. So if a mandate came out that everybody in the United States got to go get tested for the clap or whatever it is, then obviously the spike would be enormous.
Yeah.
We would be in a goddamn pandemic.
Right.
You'd be like, God damn, I didn't know you had that. How long you had that shit? You know what I mean? So it would go on and on and on. So in theory, I understood what he was saying. With Trump stuff, you can't be reactionary. And you can't let Fox tell you, look how goofy this is.
It won't
He's
be Fox.
talking about,
it'll probably be CNN.
yeah, CNN, how you should be taking disinfectant. And then you do the research and find out that colloidal silver was classified as a disinfectant. And that's one of the things we in our community was pumping to help get rid of. You know, so you got to kind of just listen to it and go, all right, let me process that first.
That's why I say, you know, you should listen to both sides as much as you don't want to, as much as you don't want to. I think if you do want information on a specific topic, event, just listen to both sides, because you can clearly see which one is leaning which side, and just kind of take the information you want to take out of it. You know what I mean? Take the bone. I mean, take the meat, spit out the bones.
Now, right, and let me ask you this: do you think he's the most hated president in your small lifetime? You know.
So, okay.
Because I can't remember. Even shit, he getting it worse than Obama.
So Obama only got it from, I would literally say, conservatives, right?
Right. And straight racist.
Right? It seems like Trump is getting it. I don't know. So I don't know the actual demographics between Republicans and Democrats, right?
Fair enough.
But because I'm probably more I'm black. I'm more in the liberal world. It seems like he's more hated, because I don't know if I was conservative white kid,
and just from the ear and eye test,
it looks like Trump is.
I've never seen nothing like this before.
But and you know what's crazy? It's like every single news station, every single comedian,
everything, everybody I talk to. It's just I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that begs to differ. But he's the only one who's never been a politician. Maybe that has something to do with it. You know, maybe his policies. I'm really not sure. But anytime I'm told, you know, that this is the Osama bin Laden of our time.
Yeah. Listen. You would think, because even when they talk about the COVID deaths, right? they say, he's responsible for 120,000 deaths. That sounds insane. That sounds like he mistakenly hit a button in 100. That sounds crazy. That's what I'm saying. So, what's his reaction to what was going on? Bad leadership, 1,000%. Like, he just was late on a couple of the buttons, right? He was just late on a couple of his calls. But to kind of just solely blame him for what's happening. But when a
plague is released, how's that his fault?
That's what I mean.
And when we have 500 million people in this country and 120,000 die, I think I would be, if I'm the president, I think we handle that pretty good. Because there's always going to be casualties. But if you listen to CNN, every single death was his fault.
And then especially when you go to the fact that they were labeling everything a COVID death. So like, how the hell is that my fault?
Right, exactly.
I don't know. So that could be an argument.
Yeah, Peyton, thank you so much.
There's a few people.
Jeffrey Brown, what about the vaccine testing in Africa and Brazil? They've started that now.
Yes, in South Africa.
In South Africa, they started the process, so you know where it's going to go next. And I'm hearing that there's some fertility aspects to that drug as well. Angelo assignment. Does that say Angelo? Angelon? All right. Thank you. We love you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm blind. I don't have my glasses.
And long in the tooth. I saw that one.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, we were talking about LeBron.
Yes.
And then went back to Trump. And
so, because I'm seeing more. I saw some comments in the chat just now and said, what about if he's required to hire people from the alphabet community? So this is the thing.
Yes, he will. He
will. Only because they're not going anywhere. And
I'm going to tell you this right now. If I had a company with 1,000 employees, first of all, some people some people you don't.
Yeah, like
this and that. You can't, because now you'll be working against yourself unless you're a privately owned company. They'll sue you.
And then here's the thing too. I wouldn't have a problem with it. I only have a problem with it when it's an agenda. When they say you have to have this amount, even within your black percentage that you want to hide. This needs to. That I have a problem with.
Absolutely. If you're good at what you do,
you're good at what you do.
Fuck shit. Because if you want to be honest, brother, see, I deal with transparency here. How many people in your life that you do know and don't know is gay? Stop it. The person you play ball with, the preacher, the lawyer, the rapper, the this, the that, your favorite this, your favorite that. So that's a part of reality that's here. But as we always say here, I'm more about agenda. Don't teach that to my kindergartner. You pulling out books about Bussy and all of that. Don't do that. That's a part of you trying to incite something within my child. I have a problem with that. But in a work field, in a reality where you have to hire X amount of people, affirmative action is affirmative action. If you could do the job, you're going to find yourself in position. Now, again, it's easier for us who don't have. We got 3 employees. 4, or Alejandro.
He off the books. So.
He off the books because he ain't got his paper right. You know what I mean? And you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's very easy to monitor what it is we do and things of that. But when it gets into 20, 30, 40, 50, the ones who hide it until they get the job. Yeah. And then they become valuable, and then the parade come, and you see, is that so and so? You see what I'm saying? So when you do this, use perspective and try to put yourself in a position of somebody giving you $100 million of their money, and they're saying just be fair and honest in how you use it. So just kind of take that into consideration.
And somebody said I need a lineup soon. The barbershop's back open, so I'm gonna go get a lineup. I'm gonna go get a lineup.
Yeah. I got some new clippers coming.
Do not touch me.
I got some new ones coming.
Do not touch me.
I bought them, but I didn't know they was coming from China, no. So. Instagram continues to get me, man. They have very good advertisement.
You're the perfect
and
sucker,
then I
bro.
sign up, and then it's 3 months before I get my shit.
Perfect sucker. That's on you.
Yeah, I got sucker written on my forehead.
Clearly. I don't know how you
because I be up at like 2, 3 in the morning, and they be having good deals, and I be like, you know what? And I'm gonna stop doing this for y'all.
So you know what you do?
Okay, tell me.
Here's a tip. What you do? You see something you like, find it on Amazon. Look for it on Amazon.
On the Prime.
Yeah.
right? Because even if it's not Prime, it still could be coming from China.
Yeah, but just look for it on Amazon.
Because Amazon is a trusted company.
Yeah, if they have, even though we gotta get away from Amazon,
Yeah. But for now, they're a trusted
they're
company.
taking over the world.
Yeah. I saw a new, like a super griller. This grills, boils, bakes,
And
sautés.
do you click on like
juices.
the profile?
Yeah.
Do they have like more than 1,000 followers or no?
I don't know about
See,
that.
that's how you be getting got.
But this super griller, this is the super griller
Nah, you need
of all grillers.
Why do you need a new grill?
Because it bakes, it boils,
Are you-
it grills, it sautés, it heats, it toasts. You gotta think all in one, and it's just 4 easy payments of $49.
See?
But if I call now, you know what they're gonna do, right?
What they gonna do?
You know what they're gonna do. It's 4, not hard payments, 4 easy payments. And if I call now, they're gonna knock one off. 3 easy payments. They got me. I think I'm gonna pull the trigger. Y'all know that cooker. Y'all seen it on the infomercial. Does all that stuff. All right,
You are tuned into the sounds
Okay.
of Urban X.
Before you go any further, pick up.
Hello?
Hey, Malcolm, this is Jay Prince. First, I want to congratulate you on the new baby.
Oh my gosh.
I heard about the new baby, and
Okay.
I hope you grow old enough to see him grow up because of all the violence that's out here in these streets, and you know what I mean. And I need you to do me a favor. I'm gonna need you to look out the window. He out there. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then I gotta go down there and you know what I mean, and smooth things over.
Okay, so he's for the people who didn't get that was him pretending to be Jay Prince because I said some things about Jay Prince. I'm here to double down.
All right. First, all right. Go ahead. Double down.
Okay, because he recently got into a beef with NBA YoungBoy, and NBA YoungBoy, it was he got some stuff stolen out his house. Jay Prince said, "I know who did it. You know, I made a few phone calls. I got your stuff back. Here it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?" Then NBA YoungBoy said, "Yo, mind your business. You could have kept that off, or you could have kept that off social media." I thought it was a little ironic that a younger dude is telling an older OG to leave something off the internet.
Okay.
Found that ironic. But then Jay Prince responded, called him NBA dumb boy, something like that. Called him a dumb kid, young. You know what I'm saying? And told him, "You telling me to mind my business, but Texas is my business."
Ooh.
I thought that was gangster.
Yeah, that's gangster.
Right? But then I just, I wandered back my mind, my head movies, and I remembered somebody from Houston was found hanging. Black man was found hanging, and then the cops ruled that a suicide.
Right, but so if it's your city,
you should get to the bottom of this.
Mm.
I think you should be using your resources, your pool, your street pool, for more pertinent issues than NBA YoungBoy.
Now, I'm going to drop a bomb on that. But before I do, I will talk to Jay Prince myself. Now, listen, Mr. Prince, I appreciate you. I'm not really sure this is my son. I just want to throw that out there. I mean, we ain't never had the test and all. You know what they say, it's a mama's baby and it's a papa's maybe. But he does have a couple of good points, so I will hit him with the bomb.
That's what I'm saying.
Hit him with that.
That's what I'm saying, because like why is this happening? Why we even care about this? With something in your city you can have a direct impact on. You know what I'm saying? Something that's affecting our community.
Sure. That means an abuse of power when it could be a proper use of his power.
That's what I'm saying. And if you get mad at me, then that means I was right.
And with great power comes great responsibility.
All facts.
Spider-Man.
All facts.
They said that. Yeah. All right, so you double down. You should watch your back. And if you get a phone call,
I'm just saying.
Just know.
Just saying.
Yeah, let's just rock.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So the 3 people in the Ahmaud Arbery case got indicted.
Yeah, clap that up. That's facts.
The father and son and the guy who was recording.
And the guy who's recording, all indicted. And I think that's a great start.
For sure.
For sure, right? Doesn't mean convictions, but let's move. They should have moved quicker on it.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, but I will take that as victory number 1 in phase 1.
Yeah, because like I've yet to see like real convictions come out of things like this, so I'm not gonna get my hopes up until I see that.
Right, and I've been here twice as long as you have on the planet and haven't seen any greater. So we understand. Sometimes they throw us a bone to calm us down. Because what's up with all the riots right now? Are they still going on in the streets?
I don't think so.
See how they just shift away from that? I mean, it was total anarchy in the streets just a week ago.
Yeah.
And now it's like, now we moved on to fireworks.
Back to Corona. And election. See how they move this thing along? You see how you on a timeline? Yeah.
And listen, the world was just ending 3 months ago. You couldn't come outside. You had to stay in the house because you could die. Or your great grandma, you could give it to her even if you ain't got it. And then riots in the street, George Floyd, busting down fires and police killings, and it was anarchy. All the statues coming down.
It was anarchy.
All of that stuff, and now nothing. See how they move that thing along?
I'm still seeing protests.
No, there's still, but it's like, damn, we getting thin out here. It's like 5 of us now. So where all the people? You know what I mean? Where all the spikes in the corona cases?
True.
Yes?
True.
Now, there's a lot of independent people on the internet, lawyers, nurses, they're spilling the beans now.
Yeah.
Right? See, because for everything that goes on, there is an after effect. If you think everybody is going to be in compliance, you're out of your mind. Only upper management is usually in total compliance. It's nurses and doctors who are going, bro, when I tell you what I was seeing and what was really going on, so you got to understand, George Bush can never be charged for 9/11. They can't even review the case until 50 years.
Oh.
Either 50 years after he passes or 50 years from now before they can open up anything sealed regarding 9/11. Wow. And you know where he'll be in 50 years? In hell. He ain't going to heaven, you know. But you understand my point? So they do this to protect those who are doing the dirt in the country. So they won't be able to open these cases even though we're in a different time.
Yeah.
Right? So we might get leaks of things, but the official, what went down, how it went down, it'll be 50 years. It'll be something your grandchildren will be talking about and asking you about.
Yeah.
So that's the way this thing rolls out, man. So I'm glad Ahmaud Arbery is at least in pole position.
Yeah, the shooters, the cops from the Breonna Taylor case haven't gotten arrested. But you know what I'm seeing on social media, which is is bothering me. It's been bothering me for a couple of days, but I didn't say something. Somebody else said it first. That when every day on social media is saying like arrested the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. Facts. But what's happening is I'm seeing a lot of people use it as a social media caption when they'll just post a picture of themselves.
Right.
And then say, Breonna Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Or
right, because
they make it a meme.
Because those words are trending. Those are hot topic words now, and it's not genuine.
No, bro.
And I'm not saying you're not saying you don't really want justice for her, but I could just tell the way it even rolls off the Twitter line. I'm like, bro, you just felt like it was needed at this moment, or female or whatever, to say that, so that it becomes something that becomes relevant in this day and time. But that's the way Twitter works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm out of the loop on how all of this works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even know how the $40 really work.
Yeah.
Like, Ma, is that 40 for the whole night? Or if I bust early, do we talk? I mean, I don't know how any of this works.
Ramel, thank you for the donation.
I'm confused.
And somebody else donated, and we're gonna go quick commercial break.
Quick commercial break.
And we shall return. I'm gonna just see who else donated. D'Angelo the Legend, thank you. The dust storm. We gotta talk about the dust storm that's supposedly coming. That's like a Godzilla dust storm. They calling it. Yeah.
See. You can't make this stuff up.
Else.
You can't make this stuff
We're
up.
gonna go commercial break. We shall return. Thank you. Welcome back to another episode of Wheel of Fortune, sponsored by Urban X TV. We're back here with the Black Dot from the conscious community. Is that conscious community?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Malcolm. Yeah, Hotep, no tep, the black man is God and the white man's the devil. I'm ready to win this money.
Okay, whatever that is. Okay, the puzzle for today is people who annoy you. Black Dot is on you.
Come on, big money, yeah. I like to buy a vowel, E and Y.
Okay, Black Dot, you have 30 seconds to solve the puzzle on the screen.
Oh, I think I know this one. People who annoy me. This is easy. I think I got this.
20 seconds, Black Dot.
Ooh, I'm not sure I really want to say it. Might piss a few people off.
10 seconds, Black Dot.
I like to solve the puzzle. Naggers.
Let's check.
No.
The answer, Black Dot, was niggas. The answer is always niggas.
Shucks.
But don't worry, Black Dot. You will walk away right now with a Shop Urban X gift card.
Yeah.
Get yourself some of these new threads.
Yes. Not going home empty-handed. Hotep, no tap.
And we're back.
And we are back. In effect.
So, Bill de Blasio of Maryland, New York, announced that he's going to put up a Black Lives Matter mural and put it in front of Trump Tower.
Okay, what's the purpose?
I have no idea.
Of such, you know what I mean?
Again, more empty, for no reason.
So is that how you're going to get the black vote? Is to say, well, we stood up and our open enemy. Again, I can't keep preaching, brothers and sisters. Whenever they hand you an enemy, you know something is up. Whenever they spoon feed and hand you an enemy and you fall for it, that's on you. Now, I'm not saying Trump ain't the enemy. He's a white dude. I don't trust, any of them. But I'm extra peculiar when it's handed to me.
I don't like the, when we talk about Biden and Trump and people go, well, Trump is a racist too. So I'm like, so you're agreeing that Biden is racist?
Right. Am I hearing a little?
That's your phone.
Oh, that's my phone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, agreed. So, what are you saying? So they got to out-racist each other and this and that?
Or just because...
Or are we just... Let me just ask you, Malcolm, are we just in a tough position as black people? Like, we don't have a lot of choices. And I'm speaking to the older analog thinking generation. Because the new generation, they on their own vibe. You know what I mean? But the older ones who've always thought that I just saw Stevie Wonder get on and give a public service announcement and saying that, you need to vote. I'm not sure Stevie can see what's really going on. I'm going to be here all week. I got a ton of them. But you know what I mean? that was kind of low hanging fruit. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, a lot of the older generation, that's the way they think.
Right.
Like the only way out of this, man. Yeah, I know Biden, man.
I just never like that response. Like, yeah, I know, but no, come on.
But what choices? Now, I'm just trying.
Okay, so you can.
So we don't have an independent party strong enough to knock off either one of these guys.
True.
So, I should have wore that shirt today. Yeah. Right? Is big because it's like, we got to do something. And since we don't know anything else to do, we just go vote. And we vote the lesser, or what appears to be the lesser, because your man Biden has been a damn racist for a very long time. He said he don't want his kids in a jungle, a segregated jungle with
a
desegregated jungle.
Racial jungle.
A racial jungle. He said that in 1977. And you trying to tell me he's reformed now? So we have all of these issues at hand. And what I be trying to tell people is to leave all of it alone. And people can't accept that because that means we did nothing. No, your participation is fueling this craziness.
And then this is my thing too, right? We've seen candidates literally win the popular vote and lose the presidency.
Yes.
So what does that tell you about your vote?
Yes. But remember,
this electoral college thing is insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
I barely understand it.
Yeah. I've been trying to read up on it myself because I think I grasp it, and then I'd be like, that doesn't make sense either.
You get what I'm saying? So,
how come that state gets so many electoral votes and this state doesn't?
The New York primaries was just, what day was that? Tuesday? No.
Yeah, Tuesday.
It was just Tuesday, right? Yeah. It was just Tuesday. So you know what I'm saying? Like, that's local offices. That's local seats. You want to vote for those.
Right.
Even though I think a lot of them don't really earn their money. Those are it's a real legal racket if I
all of it is a racket. However, if you are going to have an impact on it, you have to start at the local level.
Yeah.
So you have to begin to say, yo, we coming in your office. And we coming in your office not as gangbangers or this and that. We coming in with a blueprint of some things that we want done. And we got to have some money. Mm-hmm. See, that's the problem. Black people have all these demands, but they're not putting up no bread. So we have to have local rappers, local hustlers, local ballers, local drug dealers, because that's the way it was done in the 50s and 60s, right?
That's how the Italians did it.
Yeah, that's the way the Italians did it, right? So we have to be able to put our money where our mouth is from a local perspective. You know what I mean? But we have to be able to hold those accountable. Because they get in them offices and they don't do nothing but just walk around, give out turkeys and shit, and do a couple of, you know what? If I was president.
Because somebody literally just said die for president. What would you do for president if you were president?
If I was president, I would ban alphabet soup.
Oh, jeez.
For starters. I hate alphabet soup. I would make it illegal to wear small hats. You can't wear small hats nowhere. If I was president, right? I would make it a holiday or a national proclamation that the white man is the devil. All right? I would take old people and roll them off a cliff. We don't really need them. We can use that money. That's where I would start. And, I would get the gangs together and I would make it, good for us. That's what I would do.
Let's move on.
If I was president.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to need your vote. I'm going to need your vote.
Somebody said I'm with you.
I'm going to need that vote.
Oh, y'all just as bad.
Yes. Let's
oh, my gosh. Y'all are crazy.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
If you must vote for a president, you can vote for the Green Party.
They've been around a long time.
They've been around.
Is that the weed party when they say green?
But
a green party? That's what it sounds like to me.
The guy who was running as the nominee for the Green Party, Howie Haskins, he understands that he has really no chance of winning, but he says that because people don't like either one of these candidates, voting for him is a show, even if he doesn't win, is a show of how much.
You know what? I haven't voted in forever, right? I would vote for him just to make a point. Because that's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
He said, just show your disgust.
With both of them by voting for me.
Now, who does he take votes away from? Because usually that third person takes votes away from somebody.
Because this is what you got to think about as well. Depending on where you live, if you live in a red state or a blue state, it's really the battleground states that could go either way, right?
Right.
New York is going to vote blue. Right?
Yes,
so my vote doesn't matter here, even though that sounds super irresponsible to say. But my vote for president, I could vote for whoever, and they were gonna vote blue. They're gonna vote Democrat, right? Mm-hmm. California, most likely gonna vote Democrat. Texas is probably gonna vote Republican. You get what I'm saying? Florida's probably gonna vote Republican.
Yes.
So you have to. I'd say, even if you vote for a third party, I just think on principle, if you do not stand with not voting because you feel like your ancestors fought for the right to vote, even though I think they fought for, again, your right to vote.
Right, yeah.
Right to not to vote. It's your right.
It's your right. Yeah, that's all it is. Doesn't mean you have to do it.
Exactly, but that's neither here
I think
nor
I
there.
would vote for first of all, I'm running for president. I'm getting ready to start my own campaign.
We're going to write that in there.
Yeah, we put me in there. But until then, if I If I don't get enough votes, I would vote for the Green Party just because it sounds like a weed get together. Yes?
I'm just saying.
Sort of like, June 10th. You know what I mean?
Oh, June. Okay, right.
Yeah, girl, we going to. It's June 10th, girl.
Yeah.
What is what? Huh? June 10th. You ain't heard about it? It's the new holiday. Nah, we not with 4th of July now. We on June 10th, y'all. And bring the grills out and get it in. So the Green Party sounds like I should be rolling up. And who's the DJ at this party? Any DJs? No. Oh, it's not that kind of party.
It's not that kind of party.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So Thursday, Donald Trump accused the Black Lives Matter leader.
Odyssey's chime in. That's not Odyssey, is it? Oh, I love my dad, but Black Dot is my dad in my head. I appreciate you,
Ain't that was Odyssey?
because Odyssey always be saying slick stuff. Anyway,
he accused the Black Lives Matter movement of Marxism. Basically, he said,
who did this? Who said
Trump?
This? Okay.
He said apparently the Black Lives Matter leader stated, if the U.S. doesn't give us what we want, we will burn the system down and replace it. And that's what he said. This is treason.
Wait a minute. Them 3 lesbians said that?
Yes. One of them said that.
One of them said that.
Yeah.
She gonna burn this piece down.
Well, that's what a lot. That's the problem a lot of people have with the actual organization of Black Lives Matter, because they said that if they were just standing on Black Lives Mattering, cool. Like, I'm all with that. But then y'all have a bunch of different other agendas cloaked in, and
they are the perfect example of what I mean by agenda.
Yes.
What your sexual orientation is your business, but when it becomes the business of the business, and you're using a term like Black Lives Matter to assume that we're all in cahoots with that, that's an agenda.
Yeah.
And it also shows when you make a statement like that, that means that somebody behind you with big money is actually making that statement. You're not making that statement. You 3 sisters somewhere. That means Soros is behind you. Like, say this.
You know what's brilliant about that? Just the marketing behind that, right? Because if you say, because Giuliani just said something recently about Black Lives Matter. If you say anything about Black Lives Matter, even you could be talking about the organization and other hidden agendas, what they stand for. But if you say Black Lives Matter is so-and-so, you sound crazy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It sounds wild. I think what Giuliani said, is just because he's racist. Like,
he's been racist.
He's been racist. But, anytime people talk about just the other practices that they're in, not really good.
Not really good. So Trump said what? He said they're a Marxist organization. Was that code for him saying Soros is a Marxist?
Could be.
See, this is what I mean by what his statement sounds like is one thing, but we know them 3 women don't have no power.
Right.
So we know the power lies behind them. So when he makes a statement like that, it looks like it's at them, but he's speaking to a whole different demographic of people who understand code language.
Yes.
Right? If you know how to speak code language, he ain't talking to them girls. He probably don't give 3 shits about them girls.
Yeah.
But he's saying Black Lives, talking about that organization. Y'all need to get it together. You can get this shirt online. I grew up on hip hop, and you grew up on hip pop. And Malcolm's shirt says, "I woke up and I logged in to that Urban X." Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So today is actually the 11-year anniversary of Michael Jackson's death.
Let's clap it up, not for his death, but for the fact that we can talk about it in celebration. That's what I mean. 11 years. Wow.
11 years.
Whew. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in denial.
You know what's crazy? When I heard he was being rushed to the hospital, I was like, he died. I don't know why. It's just
I just couldn't believe it. Someone of his magnitude, but certain icons are not meant to live forever. Mm-hmm. Meaning their energy resides in a very short. Bruce Lee, Kobe, Tupac, Biggie, certain Aaliyah, Prince. Certain of these individuals, they're not meant to become old, and you can see the image of them. That's when I thought what they did to Muhammad Ali, I didn't like.
Oh, okay.
You know, the image of bringing him out there, you know, trembling and shaking because he was such a very powerful icon. I'm talking iconography now. I'm talking the image of him.
Gotcha.
Not him. He's always the greatest. But when you see the greatest in a fallen state, sometimes it diminishes the aura of that individual. Because white people protect theirs. You never see these. They move these white peoples out of the media for the most part, and you don't see them no more because they understand the importance of image. So when Michael died at 50, you know, I was saddened by it because of his contributions in life, but I understood from that point it wasn't meant for him to be. Bob Marley, the list goes on and on. You know, Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, these Marvin Gaye. So when they die early, you know, we're sickened because we don't want them to leave the physical realm, but their work here is done and live long after John Lennon, for those who were into the Beatles. So you understand when Mike left, you know, and it was a dry summer out there, and the red and blue pill will tell you, nobody, it just one of them eerie summers, nobody was making no money on the streets, you know, selling shirts or nothing. And when Mike died, everybody started eating. Everybody was eating off the carcass of that. You know what I mean? He put an energy out there, and you just saw the world, just shirts everywhere, this, that, name. And for those who work on the, you know, on the street level, that's important to them, to be able to exchange and do things of that nature. So what do you think about Mike's legacy, you know, 11 years later?
11 years later, I thought, first of all, when he passed, that was probably the biggest celebrity death I had ever
experienced
seen to that point.
And you were like 11 at the time. No, you were 15.
I was 15.
About 15 years old. Okay,
I was like in
that's
10th grade, And it was, I think, looking back, people are going to appreciate him more. Even though, you know, with all the, even when they tried to do the Escaping Neverland stuff, they tried to do that.
Middle finger Oprah. How about that?
Facts, for sure. But I think his legacy is so strong, people kind of just saw through it, like, come on.
Yes.
We're not doing this.
We're not doing this, yes.
We're not doing that. We're not going to try to step on a dead man. So, definitely rest in peace to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Lorraine Alston, exactly. Oprah tried to, you know, never saw Ronald Reagan. Right, you never see Ronald Reagan in the news once he got diagnosed with dementia. They have a tendency to move their icons out of the public eye, and what they did to Ali, because he might have been, there were more books written about him than Jesus Christ.
At one point.
At one point in his life. And that, what does that say? So that means that somebody was that powerful, that dynamic, and we wasn't supposed to see him get old. We wasn't supposed to see Richard Pryor get old. You know what I mean? So it's just something to think about. Mike was always one of my favorites. I think Remember the Time is probably one of my favorite songs of the adult Mike. Of course, I grew up with Mike as a child, so I'll Be There, and all of them songs really meant something to me growing up. And again, his legacy is so, he was in the Guinness Book of World Records for giving away more money than any other artist. You see what I'm saying? So these are things that Mike has done that don't get talked about in a grand scale. And in this era where information is so loosey-goosey, I don't think that we play enough of Mike's music.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And honor him in his transition.
I think also what you see is a lot of people like to play revisionist history and go, that album wasn't that good, or bro,
stop it.
Yeah,
stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop it. Yeah. So
you see a lot of that.
He had his own lane.
Yeah.
HOV. I mean, he had his own lane. Speaking of HOV,
what happened with Jay-Z?
It's the 26th anniversary
of Reasonable Doubt. That was a good one.
A Reasonable Doubt.
Good one.
Yeah, I run this show.
That was a
without
good one.
me,
I didn't even.
Without me, I don't know.
I didn't even see the connection just now.
I don't know where we would be.
That was a good one. What was your favorite track of Reasonable Doubt?
Feeling It. Feeling It.
Okay.
Yeah, that was hot.
And
of course, Boom Boom Boom. Can't Knock the Hustle.
Oh yeah, that was my favorite.
Can't Knock the Hustle.
Yeah, that was my favorite. That one. Brooklyn's Finest.
Yes.
That was a great one. What else?
Ain't No Nigga Like the One I Got.
Was that on there?
Yeah,
That was on there.
Yeah, I
with,
was on there.
With Foxy, yeah.
Yeah, Jazzo was singing the hook on that. No one can knock you back.
That was Jazz.
That's Jazzo.
Oh, wow.
And Jazzo, a lot of people don't know, it was real. It was real tricky. He said how the sample plays so nobody could loop that actual record. He had to play that record live.
Oh, wow.
In the session, live. Boom, boom, boom.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So just a little history. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jazzo. And then he did the singing on the hook.
And it's the 24th anniversary, not the 26th.
Oh, I'm sorry, 24th. Yep, 96.
Yeah.
24. Yep, thank you. That's why I love my my chat. My wife thinks I'm going senile.
She does.
She knows. She said, this nigga's don't losing it. Talk to your father. He's losing it.
Dead Presidents, Dead President was too.
Dude, that whole album.
Oh, yeah.
And it didn't get the credit it deserved when it dropped. But, you know, in retrospect with Jay-Z, and look, he had this all Brooklyn stuff. That wasn't Brooklyn at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With the pimp hat and the cigar. He ushered in that. You know what I mean? And it was before its time. But he is one of the greatest narrators of street life I've ever heard. You know what I mean? He can paint pictures. Let's not get into the Biggie conversation. We understand where Biggie stands. I'm not saying that. But in retrospect, I thought this album was better than Ready to Die. And people almost chopped my head off at the time because I thought Jay-Z's perspective was a boss. He was on some boss shit. Mm-hmm. And I thought Ready to Die was on some street hustler shit. Still both dynamic albums, but Jay-Z's album didn't come out the gate until later. It was like, yo, did you...
Yeah, he was talking.
He was talking that talk.
He was talking on his album.
But in 24 years, he's become a billionaire. Yeah.
Billionaire.
You sound like a hater.
Billionaire.
You sound like you're committing a hate crime as we speak. No. Close enough.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? With him and his wife, you know what I'm saying? Got the baddest chick in the game wearing his chain. Yeah. So, again, for those who want to walk that path, 24 years is a hop, skip, and a jump.
That sure is.
That flew by, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, shout out Jay-Z. And putting out that classic album. Let's not get into his politics and all that. We just talking about the music, right? The music stands the test of time. If you a hip hop fan, you know what that album meant, and you know what it was.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So the other day, there was a big commotion in Milwaukee. There was a fire, and apparently 2 girls went missing. And they were found at this house. And apparently a lot of sex trafficking, a lot of human trafficking goes on at this house. And the community burned it down. But apparently this house has been protected by police.
I was getting ready to say, for people to know that that was a sex trafficking location, for them to be able to know these girls are missing, let's go look over there, says that the community know that was there for a while. And either they're being protected by somebody or the community did nothing. And, you know, now the community, the awakened community, has decided enough is enough. And they burning that down, which means they'll just move the house a little further down and start the process again. You know what I mean? But I applaud community participation of that magnitude.
Yeah.
Clap that up. That means the community is taking things in their own hands.
Yeah.
We don't want that here in our community. But if they're being protected by the police, you don't know how deep it goes or how high, it goes.
But you know what's crazy? Apparently Milwaukee is big when it comes to human trafficking.
Is it?
Okay, remember the George Floyd thing happened? Remember, and apparently the club he worked at was big with trafficking.
Was that in Milwaukee?
Yes.
Oh no, I thought that was in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Okay.
I mean, apparently Milwaukee. Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely read that. But yeah, that's kind of wild.
Well, I do know the economics in Milwaukee, at least when I was there, was bad. So it would be a fresh place, you know, because you sucker young boys into things who need money. Mm-hmm. Those who are pedophiles, they profile properly. Mm-hmm. You need money, and get some sneakers, get a little money. Come over here and get high. Same thing with a lot of the young girls, and then before you know, they just go missing and nobody say nothing. Mm-hmm. You know how he probably ran away, this and that. So that's the proper, or the not the proper, but that's the conditions that stuff festers in, is what I'm trying to say.
Natural, she said, I'm from Milwaukee, and it's just so sad. I'm glad the community rescued those girls. Facts.
I am glad too. And if we get more people to do this, then we can begin to police ourselves. If this is what defunding the police department is going to be about, I support that. But we're going to need gangbangers. We're going to need politics. We're going to need the whole community. Gangbangers have to take on a position of protection now.
So
not burning down and shooting your own. You got to protect, because we got young girls who have potential to become doctors, lawyers, this and that never get a fair shot because people are preying on them.
You know what's crazy? When I was talking to Oba, he was talking about the difference between what was considered gangster and what was considered crazy. Mm-hmm. And right now, we have those things kind of...
Those lines are crossed. Gangsters were more gentleman-like.
Right.
Gangsters had more of a code-like. You know what I mean? And crazy is just you have so much bent-up energy and maybe a fervor.
Fervor, yes.
Fervor. You know I knew that. I read sometime, right? For violence, that you have no regards for any life whatsoever. You came here... You're going to get burnt out, and you either going to go to jail or die, so you have no regards. That's a totally different thing. Yeah. Gangsters never really operate like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Gangsters took care of the community, made sure the elderly had their bills paid.
So when we talk about, when you say we need gangbangers, we need people with some sort of code.
Right. Well, a lot of these gangbangers have general code, but they still have misdirection.
Yeah.
And that misdirection is at each other, and that's where the eldership, that's what an OG is supposed to be about. OG is supposed to be laying down the law, saying, listen, nobody comes in our community and does anything to our women, our children, our babies. You see that business right there? How much you need to open, that business so that we can have reflections of black business in our own community. That's the way the mob did it.
Yeah.
The mob you're not a gangster. The mob send you to school. You become a lawyer. You bail me out. I call you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They did those kind of things to ensure that they were protected front and back. You know what I mean? And we don't have the understanding, and we've been on the street killing each other long enough to know better.
Our individualism,
that's what kills us.
As a community, kills us.
Right? But, people can say, well, the mob came over here with them codes intact from Sicily and other places, and all they did is implement them when they got here.
Crazy enough, the mob in Italy, they had a problem with the mob here. Like, they got along, but they even felt that
it was a little extra.
No, yeah, they even felt like the way they were doing things over there was like watered down.
Right. Well,
but
that's what happens when you come into a foreign land and you have to adjust to the terrain of that land. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you add your own rules. When we speak about hip hop ain't nothing but jazz and all these other things. But because we didn't have any instruments, we needed 2 turntables. Because we didn't have murals to paint, we took spray cans and hit the trains up. Because we didn't have dance classes, we put the art. So all we did is conform to the environment that was available. Plug something into the light pole to get the electricity, and all of these things came about, and they became what is known as hip hop. You know what I mean? So everywhere we go as a people, we adjust. But what hasn't adjusted is our ability to understand the way crime works. Yeah. So we stay on the bottom. We become bottom feeders of crime. You get a few dollars, but real crime is organized.
And what's crazy? And this might sound like oxymoronic, but real crime is technically is legal, right? And I'm gonna say why I say that because. Like we talked about how the mob, like, they fund lawyers, they fund doctors, they fund politicians, and they get their people inside. So they're getting, because I don't believe right now, people think that Giuliani and all these people got the mob out of here with the RICO. They think they got them all out of here. I don't think that is the case.
Really?
I think they're still doing what they have to do, but it's technically on paper now.
Of course.
So it's technically legal. You know what I'm saying? So they're operating on a
different level.
Yeah.
Their goal was to operate on a different level, but they had to get there. And then there are always renegades and anomalies who want to knock somebody off in a bloody battle, and that's the part that the people in Italy were like, what's this going on? Y'all killing people in the streets and this
technically
and that.
The mafia is in Italy. La Cosa Nostra is here.
Right. So with that being said, Organized crime is where it's at. We want to eventually morph our money. Jay-Z even said it. You know what I'm saying? In the 444. You know what I mean? You need to, rinse that money, in the neighborhood. That's how you rinse it.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, did I know Cisco the Kid?
Who that?
If that's Cisco from the Bronx who was a DJ, absolutely I did. If it's another Cisco, I'm not too familiar with. But I did know DJ Cisco, who used to DJ in 82 Schoolyard up in the Boogie Down Bronx in the late 70s and the early 80s. I'm giving away my age, but
clearly.
I've been a B-boy for a long time,
Oh, my
son.
God.
B-boying for a long time. I used to spin on my head, son.
So we're going to take another quick commercial break. We're going to come back with an Urban Excellence Story.
Yes.
And get your questions ready because we're going to start taking some questions.
Yeah, we'll do that too. Yeah.
All right.
Tired of reading, doing research, and extensive studying to fact check the information that you present? Well, now you don't have to. Become a YouTube scholar. That's right, a YouTube scholar. Throw away those books. No need to quote real scholars. Burn those research papers. All you need is a YouTube connection. Watch YouTube videos at night, in the daytime, during breakfast, while you're on the toilet. Impress your friends with information you really don't know. After 100 videos watched, you are now a YouTube scholar. To sign up for this program, dial 1-800-WHY-STUDY. That's 1-800-WHY-STUDY. But wait, there's more. Log on to shopurbanx.com to pick up the latest in urban apparel.
And we're back.
YouTube scholar, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, you could be a YouTube scholar. It's up to you. Watch 100 videos. You don't need to study no books, no research, none of that.
So this week's Urban Excellence Story goes out to Ashleen. Wait, I want to get her last name right. Ashleen Austin.
Ashleen Austin. Let's clap that up
Yes.
right away. Ashleen Austin.
Yes.
Tell me all about Ashleen Austin.
So this young lady, she wrote her first book to promote positivity. She has witnessed bullying in her school and things like that, and it upset her and her friends. So she wanted to write something to promote positivity. So what she did was she wrote this kid's book, and she went to her aunt, Janessa Lucas, a local Georgia Southern University graduate, entrepreneur, and graphic artist who helped her create her entire website, where she sells her book and things like that. And I think she did the illustrations as well.
Let's clap that up right away. So Ashleen Austin kept it in the family.
Yes, as you should.
As you should.
As you should.
So even as a young, how old is she?
How old is she? She looks like she looks young.
Like 9,
Yeah.
8, 9 years old. Had the entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Had a vision. She didn't have to go far. She went to the family.
Yep.
The auntie has helped her create her website.
Yeah, the aunt, she owns Aurelia Creatives.
Okay.
And she does like graphic design, websites, branding, consulting. So you can check her out as well.
That's the aunt as well.
Yes.
So you get a double plug on
Yes.
that. And what's the name of this book?
The book is called, oh, my bad.
The Heart of what?
Heart of Ashley's Heart of Magic.
Ashley's Heart of Magic. Clap that up. Right? You're never too young to become an author,
Facts.
a creative,
Yes, and to make a difference.
and to make a difference, because what she's seen, she didn't like.
Yes.
So she is a part of my team forever. She is now an honorary member of the Urban X Nation because she's
she
doing
just
the
turned
right thing.
10.
She just turned 10.
And her other aunt is Donnie Austin, who actually recommended her niece to be the Urban Excellence Story.
All right, so the whole family's involved.
Yes.
Shout out to the whole family. All right,
Raymond Austin. Yeah, the whole family's in the chat right now.
in the chat right now, bigging it up. So
that's actually very dope. Very proud of you.
yes,
What else?
and I'm pretty sure they're gonna have merchandise.
Hopefully.
Okay, we're gonna
So you
buy
can-
the book.
Yes, you can pre-order right now on her website, ashleyaustin.com.
Okay, because I have a niece. You know what I'm saying? I got some nieces and nephews who I'd like to get this
And
book to.
I always thought it was a great thing when children write children's books. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, because they know what it's
You
like
know
to
what
be
it's
a
like.
child.
Yeah, you know what it's like.
And it resonates with their
Super dope.
their crowd and demographics.
Oh, Raymond Austin, that's their daughter. That's his daughter. So shouts out to you, Raymond.
Raymond, shout out to you, King.
You should be proud.
Absolutely. To even show her that it can be done, and to do it with her is an amazing thing. Because I've always been one of them dads to say, all right, how can we do it? I don't care how outlandish it may sound, and then getting involved with that process is a beautiful, beautiful thing. We are proud of you. We are proud of her.
And I'm putting the link in the chat
link,
right
yes,
now.
in the chat, so you guys can get in there and buy that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I'm definitely gonna get my copies. How about that?
Oops.
I talk a lot of ish, but I don't lie, so you can count on that. We're gonna be in there. So shout out Ashleen Alston for her great work, and we expect to hear from her soon.
Facts.
Yes.
Listen, man, we authors up here. We got you.
All right. So I'm gonna put this out there now. We need to interview Ashley.
Okay.
All right. Soon as all this baby stuff moves by and we settle back in.
Got you.
Ashley, you got an interview coming here at Urban X. Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
And that's super dope. They had the whole family involved. We did the same thing.
That's the way you got to do it,
Yeah,
man.
we do the same thing.
You keep
all the
it in
time.
house and you learn as you
As
go.
you go.
Come on, we used to come on arguing. People don't remember. This show used to start with an argument. Yo, why you ain't turning on? I thought you had that.
Yeah.
So it ain't all perfect, but you
Yeah.
figure it all out. You have your little meetings. You give her a voice because it's her vision.
Facts.
Right? You, of course, mom and dad, y'all gonna, shell it out, make sure it's good. But you give her the voice and let it be her vision, because one book leads to 2 books, leads to 3 books, leads to 4 books.
Before
leads
you
to-
know it, she is the voice of a generation.
She's the voice of a generation.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the way it goes. I wanted to also mention, since we were talking about anniversaries, Tamir Rice
Yes.
would have been 18 years old
Yes. Today.
which means he would have been probably on his way to college,
Yep.
right? You go about 17, 18 years old. So we want to send our condolences out to his family,
Yes.
and how tragically he was stricken, taken from us. And all of these young boys and women who had these opportunities taken away from them, you never know what they could have been. You know what I mean? So jump on them early, love them, protect them when you can, and shout out to Tamir Rice's family.
Definitely.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Real quick, thank you for the donations from Sam, Sheldon, Kimani, and Chantel, and Miranda. Thank you so much.
Wait a minute.
Appreciate you.
My cash app ain't ringing.
Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business.
Well, shout out to the people who would have cash apped me.
Mind your business.
But you got a little baby. They probably they feeling sorry for you. You need Pampers and milk and all that kind of stuff.
Saying.
Breast pumps.
Somebody asked, did we watch the Angela Stanton interview in the Breakfast Club? I did.
Okay. What you think?
And she gave them work.
She gave them the business.
Yeah, she gave them work. And it's they're losing the Breakfast Club. They lost a lot of credibility with me and how just they handling this election season. How
because it's so right down the middle, right? So we pro this and against that. Yeah.
So it's not down the middle.
Okay, not down the middle. Yeah. I mean, they drew a line in the sand and won't cross is what I meant.
And then remember I told you it's obvious when you could see like they're pushing somebody. And I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't like when it's super obvious that you're pushing this person or this, candidate in front of me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, but I did watch that interview. I think everybody should watch that. And she gave them the business. Like, she wasn't rattled by what they were trying to
because
throw
she
at her.
knows what she's talking about, right?
Even if you don't agree. You know
right. It's not about agreeing with her. It's that she at least knows, because they only focus on somebody hit them with bullet points, say this, ask that, and once you get past the bullet points with them, they don't know what the hell he's talking about anyway. Yeah. So all she did is probably weather the storm. And then went to work on their ass. You know what I mean? So I will check the interview out when I get a chance.
Good.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So Vince Carter retired today.
Vince Carter retired today. Clap that up. 22 years in the NBA. Wow, you was 4
Yeah.
when he came in.
Yeah.
He's the only player that played in the 90s, 2000s,
2010.
2010,
And 2020.
2020. Yeah.
Played in 4 decades.
He played in 4 decades.
Yeah, crazy.
You know what I mean? And what I didn't understand before we get to whether we think he's a Hall of Fame or not, right?
Okay.
I didn't understand the last couple of years. Like, why not go to a championship caliber team
Yeah.
to at least maybe get a ring on the back door?
Yeah.
A lot of pros have done it. You've had an illustrious career. You never played on a great team. And then at the end of your career, you get one.
Jamal Howard.
Yeah, Gary Payton, with Miami Heat,
Gary Payton won one with the
Yeah,
Heat?
he won one with the Heat with Dwayne Wade when Dwayne Wade won the MVP.
He did?
Yes, he did.
Oh, snap.
Yes, he did.
Oh, I thought he was
Him and my man Walker, who used to play with the Boston Celtics.
Antoine
a couple of them
Walker?
got Antoine Walker. Alonzo Mourning was on that team.
Yeah, he was.
And we can go on and on. That's what Karl Malone tried to do
with the Lakers.
And things of that nature. So I just thought maybe for the love of the game he was still playing. But if you're going to play at this time, I thought maybe he should have at least went to the Lakers or a team that had an opportunity to utilize his experience. But it's his life. Do you think he is a Hall of Famer?
Oh, man. I think just off the fact how long he was in the league, you got to give it to him.
Egyptian guard, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
I got Tracy McGrady in.
I don't know how Tracy got it. No disrespect. But Tracy didn't have enough, numbers to me to get in. He was dynamic. He was unhealthy a lot of times. But so I think Vince will get in when you look at his career in totality. But, just asking. That's just my opinion. Some of you guys, man, he's got the greatest dunk I've ever seen, though.
Oh, yeah.
That dunk over in the Olympics, I've never seen anything. That dude, the Knicks told him after that dunk, don't even come. Because he was the Knicks pick. The Knicks had picked that 7-foot. I forget his name. And when Vince did that, they was like, bro, stay over there. Like, don't even come here because it's going to be funky.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So I think he gets in. I mean,
8-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
Slam dunk champion. Yeah, he gets one.
Christopher Shaw, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yeah, so 8-time All-Star out of 22
All-Star.
years. That's
All NBA.
That's once every 3 years. I mean, but go ahead. Just doing the math.
But that was from 2000 to 2007.
Right, so that
was,
whole stretch.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was NBA All-Second Team in 2000, NBA All-Third Team, Rookie of the Year. Yeah.
Okay.
He
and
probably
I think he carried himself like a gentleman in the league.
Yep.
Never heard his name in any real scandals. I'm voting Vince in. I got him. He's in. Focus Remodeling Company. All right, appreciate you. Why are young black people throwing up devil worship signs all the time?
I don't think they look at these as devil worshippers. I don't know.
I do this all the time. I have,
That's why people think you Illuminati.
I'm Illuminati. I wish they would give me some Illuminati money. Get the hell up out of here. Shit, or give me my assignment. If I got to kill this nigga, just give me the assignment, because this is taking too long.
Jay Thomas, The Undertaker, he retired too from wrestling.
From wrestling? Is this nerd talk now?
That's important.
This is a nerd moment?
That's
okay,
important.
you and this guy.
He was in 30 years.
What's Undertaker?
Undertaker.
Oh, I've heard of the Undertaker.
Come on, you know the Undertaker.
Yeah, I know the Undertaker. I'm more Bobby Backlund.
I don't know who the hell that is.
Billy White Wolf, Andre the Giant, Ivan Putski. See, that's some wrestlers from the 70s. It's when I thought wrestling was real. And then I found out it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was sad.
That was a rough one.
That definitely was a rough one.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So there is a soldier on Fort Hood. Her name is Vanessa Gillian. And she's been missing. And now they're starting to suspect foul play in her disappearance.
Wait. Let me run this around my head movies. She's a soldier. And she was stationed somewhere.
Yes.
And now she's missing?
Yes. And as they were looking for her, they found human remains, but it was not her.
Bruh.
on that base.
Bruh. So they found human remains that weren't hers.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, here's somebody else. Like, who else is missing?
Right.
What the hell's going on in this Army base? This Army stuff is really wicked because they're out of the jurisdiction of, they police their own.
Yeah.
Because what they did to that black girl, y'all know her name. Give me her name in the chat, and then we'll discuss this. Then when they said the black girl killed herself, shot herself in the head 3 times, and I guess apparently raped herself as well.
And then poured like bleach.
Like, come on, man.
So to get rid of DNA evidence.
Yeah, it was disgusting. You know what I mean?
Fort Hood, Texas. Yep.
Yeah.
That's Texas.
Oh, this is Texas.
Still, what the hell?
You ain't said it was Texas. Okay, but with this young lady, she's missing.
Yeah.
How long has she been missing? Have they said?
They have said she's been missing for a while now. She's missing since April 22nd.
April. Wow, that means she is missing.
Yeah,
And it's been a while. No, I don't want to say that like I said some real deep shit. Like, you know what?
He paused and everything.
She's missing. I meant, like, this is kind of weird now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they might be human trafficking, maybe going through there. L. Austin sent, appreciate your support. Donnie Austin, hit us up. Appreciate that support.
Thank you.
Appreciate
We're going to support your daughter.
Absolutely. That goes without saying. So this is alarming here.
Yes.
Because it's going to
Lavina Johnson was her name.
Huh?
Lavina Johnson.
Lavina Johnson. The other, yes. Yes, I mean, truly tragic. And so now this is going to open up another can of worms because maybe they're trafficking bodies. Maybe they assaulted her and they can do what they want. But you don't think her family's going to be looking for her? Like, they're getting sloppy with this. That's really bad. So I'm hoping they find her alive. And if they don't, I'm hoping they bring whoever is involved with foul play to justice. And the Army and Navy and all these places need to be held accountable or something.
For sure.
Sheesh.
For sure.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So it was announced the other day. This was like breaking news that the Trump administration will withdraw federal funding for COVID-19 testing. People went crazy.
Why?
I did too. No, but listen, I was just like, what the hell? And then if you read the article, which nobody does, you realize they're cutting federal funding for testing so they can put money into local community testing.
Okay, all right. So they just redirecting the funds.
They just redirecting the funds.
Because Fauci came on, he ain't been around in a minute, and he's just saying, I don't think y'all should bring basketball back, none of this, because this is about to get crazy. And I'm prone to listen to him because he's the puppet master or one of the puppet masters. So maybe he knows something we don't. So let's keep an eye.
First, I don't think they should bring basketball back because I think right at this point it's just kind of like
it's confusing.
It's confusing, and every time they take a step forward, it's like 3 steps back. Like didn't Jokic come down with it?
Donnie Austin again. Thank you. Ooh. Djokovic over in Syria, wherever he's
came
from.
Down, Avery Bradley said he wasn't going to play. It's just like people are getting sick. People are saying they're not going to play. And then, again, in Florida, where they're going to have everything,
yes,
everything is spiking.
Right. So you're going to see the survival of the fittest. This could really be one of them tournaments where the team that's got 5 players left wins the championship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How crazy would that be? You know what I mean? So I'm not really big on bringing it back. But I'm more enough focused on all the things going on, so I'm not going to be totally distracted. And I only want it to come back because I'm selfish, because Eli has his show. So if it does come back, me and Eli and Freddie get the team back up and do our thing. You know what I mean? Because Eli been sitting around like, yo, I got some things to say. So
they're bringing baseball back for a 60-game season.
Okay, I can deal with 60 games of baseball forever.
I can watch that.
I can watch that. More than that, it's the most boringest sport ever, unless you're playing it.
Yeah, baseball is fun.
Right? Unless you're at the game, you get a cold one, you get a funnel cake or whatever it is you...
That's coming back. It's something else that's coming back.
You super vegans, dude.
Soccer came back. LeBron's team, this team, I think Liverpool, he has a
soccer team, yeah.
Yeah, he has a minority stake in it. They actually won.
Okay, they won a chip?
Yeah.
Okay, and I think I heard Kevin Durant is also involved in another team.
Okay.
He's got a minority stake in some of the teams. Good looks. Good looks.
Okay.
Malcolm has a minority
You are
stake
tuned into the sounds
in Urban X.
of Urban X.
Majority.
Minority.
I'm the guy. So Andrew Cuomo announced that him, the governor from Jersey and Connecticut,
Jersey and Connecticut.
they're gonna make it mandatory that if you come from some of these high risk places that you have to quarantine for 14 days.
And how are they going to enforce that is my next question.
Facts.
Right? I mean, are they using my phone to find out through Google I was in Florida?
Well, they have if you have an iPhone, I just found it on my phone. If you have an iPhone, they have like a COVID tracker thing on your phone. So if you come into contact with somebody who has it, it'll alert you. This is getting wild.
This is getting wild. But I also think they said they're gonna be looking at your itinerary. So what about the people who drive? Like, what are they gonna stop people on the highway?
Yeah,
and say, "Sir, where have you been?" How are they gonna enforce that?
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna go by license plates, or I don't know what they're gonna do with that.
Dot, do you feel toxic feminism creates the absence of black fathers, so mothers overprotect their sons, and it slows the real black liberation movement? That's a great question, Peyton.
That is a whoa.
Meaning, because without the presence of males, for however there is an absence of, because all the people I know take care of their children. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. But when we paint that narrative, mothers can be overprotective of their sons, and rightfully so, because if the streets get them, then they're not disciplining them and they're not leading them as men in most cases. So you will see mothers, because mothers are just generally overprotective of all their children, but their boys in particular, because they know their boys have warrior spirits and really want to go out and conquer the world and, this and that. So in terms of feminism by default, perhaps. So that's just a loaded question. You need to hit up the next HULC with that question, and I will sit on the couch and answer that for you.
That's actually a great question.
Yeah, great.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So you want to take questions now? Do we have some?
I'm down for some questions.
Also, a new case. Well, this is actually an old case. Elijah McClain. A lot of people, the body cam footage of that interaction he had with the police just was released, and that case has been just kind of reinvigorated. A lot of people are seeing it
for the first
time,
and how they injected him with something and killed him.
That gave him a heart attack.
And
then he was pronounced brain dead.
But these cases are so many, and I'm so warned, because this is war. You know what I mean? On all levels, and we have to deal with that, and we do have to protect our young men and women, because it's either a sexual assault, a violence. Somebody asked me about the rites of passage for young black men in our community, and I'm like, staying alive is the rites of passage here, where the Jews might have the bar mitzvah, and Italians might have this. For us, it's staying alive. When you reach 21, that is an accomplishment coming from the hood, and for the rest of your life, because of the constant attacks that we are under with vaccines, water, food, air, police, doctors, judges, crooked this, that. It's a rite of passage to weather those storms and still be here, if that makes any sense.
Also, if you want to read a great book on that, on just to get away from if you want a separate view of feminism and things like that, it's this book by Dr. Tommy Curry. It's called Man Not Race, Class, not gender.
Sound it out. Take your time.
Genre and dilemmas of genre. Why did I keep
Take your time.
And dilemmas of black manhood. It's called The Man Not, by Dr. Tommy Curry. Very, very good book.
Okay. All right.
Definitely read that.
It's gonna break it all down to you. How do I put question in the HULC? LOL. You go to urbanx.nyc@gmail.com.
Or when he posted on his Instagram.
Or when I posted on my Instagram. Or we even posted on YouTube now.
On YouTube.
You just put the question in there.
You can write us on Facebook.
What would you say if the purpose of hip hop and what was the purpose of hip hop and rap? And can you explain the quote on your shirt, LOL? Tyra, I think you know the answers to that. Thank you for the support. The purpose is a book I wrote called Hip Hop Decoded, and it's long, and it's the only book on the planet that deals with it the way I dealt with it. It is what it is. But, you know, pop. Everything is popular now. You know what I mean? So hip pop is all this generation knows. How to make a hit song or what they think is a hit song. They're not really connected to the culture itself, you know, and things of that nature. They're in their room somewhere with Fruity Loops and can hum a song, and before you know it, they create some internet following that's an artificial following, create their avatar and come out and make millions of dollars. And those who really rep for the culture, you know, they get lost in the sauce. What do you think about the dust storm?
Oh, it's coming from the Sahara Desert, apparently. And you know, South Park did an episode on this too.
South Park.
Nah, it wasn't dust, but it was like a smog storm.
He got us. Thank you. Okay,
that wiped out.
So so let me get this right. Let's always rewind the tape.
Yeah.
Alien invasion coming.
Yeah, alien invasion.
But Killer Hornets, parallel universes. What else? Coronavirus.
Yeah.
And now dust storms.
Yes.
Can't make it up.
Yep.
However, that used to be my superpower.
What?
Dust.
Here you go.
Dude.
See this.
Dude, they used to call me Dirt Man and said my dirt had superpowers. And whenever I showed up, there will always be dust clouds around. How do you think that made me feel, Malcolm?
I would imagine horrible. You need a hug?
I need a hug, man. Come on, man.
COVID hug.
Call me Dirt Man. Bionic. Bionic dirt. What is bionic dirt? Like, how, what do I do? Just throw dirt at you? But
kids are mean, man.
Kids are mean, bro. So this may be the summoning of Black Dot.
Somebody said, what's your problem?
Claiming that shit. Bring it. I wish I would see that little kid Tommy right now. Oh, who's the dust man now, Tommy? Yeah. Oh, I'm drinking water.
No.
You're lucky I ain't drinking that yak. Wish I would see Tommy right now.
Somebody said, how are we going to avoid these vaccines?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We will deal with that when the time comes.
Yeah.
But this is when I need my white friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to all the white people who do watch the show,
I don't know, man.
I'm sorry about those things I said.
I don't know, man.
I will not turn a proclamation that the white man is the devil into law.
But I don't know, man. We keep knocking down these statues, man. They might not want to help us.
Yeah, but I think even there, like, okay, let the niggas have a little fun. We still gonna be racist when this is all said and done, right? But there is a portion of white people who are just like, yo, we are not vaccinating anything.
Yeah.
And we got guns and we know the law.
And we dare you.
So if y'all see me walking with a bunch of white people and it looks weird and awkward to you, know what I'm doing. The same way they walked with us doing civil rights and stole the moment, I'll be like, damn, he's just hanging out with white people. Hey, I'm going down to them vaccines, meeting with them white folks.
Somebody asked about Eminem versus Revolt TV because one of his verses, I think it was on the Griselda album, got leaked, but it was a different version of the verse.
Okay,
where he did.
But didn't he take some shots at Diddy?
He said Diddy's cool, but
No, but he mentioned something about he know who killed Tupac. He was kind of insinuating something.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
About Diddy. Yeah,
I didn't hear that. But he said something about Revolt. Revolt tweeted something back at him, and then he said, "Oh, y'all wasn't supposed to hear that." He also said something about Joe Budden. It was an old verse. So it was.
Oh, all right.
It was a whack verse too. Like,
okay.
If you want to be real.
Okay.
If you want to be honest.
All right. What else we got?
You see Drake and Swiss Beats.
I saw the Drake and Swiss Beats exchange.
Yeah.
And then I saw Swiss Beats come out and just kind of make an apology.
Yeah,
not an apology, but yeah. This is Swiss Beats. Hey, Swiss Beats. This is Jay Prince.
I forgot. Yeah.
You know Drake is my artist. He's my son.
Artist,
and I like you and Alicia Keys and all that. And That's how he talk.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, damn, is this?
Yeah.
And then Swiss came out and said, I was having a moment.
Did you hear the song that got leaked?
No, I didn't.
Fire.
It's fire?
Yeah.
Okay, then I
Yeah.
will check that out.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Any more questions, people? Any more questions?
Somebody said, didn't the guy from Africa pass away that tested the fruit on COVID? If he did, that would be strange.
Oh, what?
I don't want to buy into that, but that would be strange. Dust storms are about to make the summer real dry. Make sure you stay hydrated, eating watermelon. No hurricanes this year either. Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Oh.
Not a lot of hurricanes.
That's different. Ron Jeremy, yeah, he got charged for sexual assault.
I heard.
I believe it. Like,
again,
I believe it. Like,
when you involve, and I'm gonna reiterate what I said about Russell Simmons. In our lives,
Yeah.
you pretty much know how many women you interacted with here and there, so you would know if you violated somebody. If you take 1,000 women per year, let's just say Russell had that because he said, I've had more foursomes than you had life. And then when you throw in cocaine and drugs and this and that, I'm pretty sure he violated those women. That's why I said I can believe them and I can believe him not realizing or understanding that he did it. You know what I mean? Because you do that shit so goddamn much. Ron Jeremy is a porn star.
Yeah.
Or he was.
Yeah.
You know what he was most famous for?
No.
He can give his own self head.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that was his thing.
What?
Dude, that was his thing. You ain't see the Eddie Murphy stand up?
No.
When he talked about that, he said, that was his little spiel that made him famous. Look at him. He wasn't a heartthrob. Let's be real, right? So I would not be surprised if he still thinks that he wields that kind of celebrity power and disrespected them women. I mean, and that culture breeds that.
Yeah.
You think all of these women coming around are just easy prey, and we're in a different day and time now. So you really got to watch what you do and how you do it.
Fab and Jadakiss gonna do a versus. Who you think got?
That's gonna be a good one. I think when we talk about records, I don't think Jadakiss make really good records.
Yeah,
I think all of his freestyles, and when he's on somebody else's song, he bodies.
He's
them.
never missed a verse. Like his verse.
He don't miss.
He don't miss. But because I don't know if they're only gonna show like their songs, because the verses I've seen is a song I'm on.
Yes. So if that's the case, then I think Jada gets that.
I think Jada gets it too.
But I think the better song maker is actually Fabulous.
It's probably Fab. Even though I think Fab is terrible.
Yeah. But I'm just
terrible.
I don't think he's terrible. I'm just saying
he said her feet are hurting her. I call it suicide. I turned off the whole. I said, "Get this." Ugh.
Well, every now and then you hear something and go.
He has a lot of that. No, he has a lot of that.
Okay, all right,
Frisbee
but he's got some heat in there. He's got some heat in there too.
Bob George, me and my pops, we were having this talk today. He said, "Do you believe Wilt Chamberlain slept with 20,000 women?"
Was it 20,000? I said 10,000.
It's 20. He said 20,000, I think.
Okay, I pulled out my calculator, and I said 10,000 women over 10 years. It came out to 2.7 women a day.
That's a lot,
right?
When did he play basketball? Apparently, he ran track too. He played volleyball. He ran clubs. Like he sounded like you ever heard like the stories from what's his name, the white guy who fought Bruce Lee,
Chuck Norris.
His myths, like I heard he counted to infinity twice. I heard he slammed a revolving door. I heard, you know what I'm saying. That's what he sounded like.
But here's the thing, and I'm not caping for this. I don't know. He stayed in the Playboy Mansion.
Okay.
He stayed up in there, right? Okay. People like Wilt Chamberlain are anomalies in life.
Also, they never have a TV recording of that 100-point game.
Okay, all right, but there were people there.
So
he averaged 50 points and 25 rebounds. I saw him throw 6 hook shots from the 3-point line and swish them all. He was what we call a freak. I have to put him back into the conversation of one of the greatest because he played before my time.
Okay.
Right? I saw him recently block a guy's shot. I did see the tape of this at like way at the top of the backboard. You know what I mean? So I seen him do some athletic things. Now that's not to suggest that his pimp game was like that, but you know, I mean, 20,000 women. I mean, that's a lot of women.
I don't know.
Okay, let's just say he didn't.
Okay.
For the record.
And somebody said they're talking about the Fabulous Jada thing. Fab's older mixtapes, great.
Right.
I just think his songs have gotten so corny.
No, I think he making songs that he know don't miss.
And that's what's corny. Like he'll go down Instagram like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, lituation. This and that.
Gross.
And he'll use the common words of the day to make sure his songs don't miss.
Slim Thick or
Yeah, I do admit that, but
gross.
I think Jada wins this.
Jada will bar.
I'm more concerned with the Rakim and Big Daddy Kane. I heard it is confirmed that that's gonna pop.
Oh.
And you know that's just gonna be a classic. I don't really pick a winner in that. I think that's just going to be a classic. Yes. What do we have here?
Somebody said don't forget to remind everybody to hit the like button. So everybody hit the like button. Don't forget to share, please.
Yes, please.
We gotta fight these algorithms.
So just share it with somebody.
Together
we can do this.
Somebody said, was the song that was leaked by Drake or Swizz? It was Drake and Busta Rhymes, and it was produced by Dilla.
Oh, okay, right.
And I don't know why Swizz is so mad about it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's any of his business, but I don't know.
What else?
If he was doing threesomes every day, it could possible, because a threesome at the Playboy Mansion, that's 3. Then if I go eat and come back and knock down 3 more, that's 6. And then for a nightcap, I always like to get a little box before I take a nap, but that's 9. So he could have been knocking down 9 a day, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say at a 5-year clip at the Playboy Mansion. 5-year clip, 9 a day, 365 days a year. Right? Let's do the math.
Can't believe you're doing this math.
Let's do the math. Listen, don't take away his chicks. His box. 9 times 365 equals 3,285 times 5 years. Let's just give him a 5-year run in his prime. That's a lot of box, nigga. That's a lot of box. That's 16,425. Then let's say when he slowed down, he knocked down 3 a day until the day he died.
This is 16,000 different women, like not repeats. What? That's crazy.
Hey.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying.
Somebody else. Who would win, Prince or MJ? Ooh.
Prince
would be all sassy, like, oh, did you write that? You didn't write that? Oh,
yeah.
I
refuse to.
Did you mix that? Oh,
I refuse.
I mixed my songs.
I played every instrument that you see, Michael.
Yeah, he'll be all sassy. Yeah,
none. Do you even own your publishing, Mike? You know? Yes, I do have my ass out. That's none of your business, Mike. Yeah. I mean, who knows? That would be a good battle. That'd be a good battle.
Somebody said, how can Florida have a COVID spike when it's so damn hot out there? And we're hearing here that the reason why,
Great question.
The reason why it's not spiking up here is because the heat is killing it, and when you're outside, but like I'm confused. Like
that is
it'd be like the very next topic.
That's
like,
great.
Florida
question.
went up, but
like how with all of that heat, how's that even possible? Right? How?
Yeah, I'm not.
And then I told you Italy ran a report, and they was doing autopsies when the World Health Organization told them not to. Mm-hmm. They told them to burn the bodies, you know what I mean? And then they found out it wasn't a virus in the first place. It was some kind of bacteria that was causing blood clots. So they treated the shit with aspirin and something else and they sent 14,000 people home in a day once they got on this aspirin and something else regimen after they broke protocol. You know what I mean? And started doing autopsies. I'm just telling you what I was hearing. You probably heard the same things. 10,000, 20,000 women. Shit, I'm explaining to my wife. Hey, listen. Don't worry about it. You know who I used to be? Fuck, 10. Shit.
It's too much.
20,000.
So with that being said, guys, let's take a couple more questions, then we're gonna get up out of here. Almost gave you 2 hours.
Yep. 2 hours of that heat.
You know what I'm saying, what else we got? Did you see the former founder of BET? He said that the people taking down statues are anarchists.
Anarchists. Now, this is the second time he's popped up. This is Bob Johnson.
Yes.
He popped up with the number.
Third time.
Oh, okay. Did the $14 trillion for reparations.
Yeah. Then he said that the Black Lives Matter should create their own political party.
Then he popped up and said that.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he says this. So keep an eye on that. He's Boule. Okay, let's just be clear. He's Boule. So what's his role in positioning to do this? He's been quiet for a minute.
Yes.
I don't know.
And Dre said, what about the Kendrick Johnson story? We spoke about that a few months ago.
They're trying to revisit it and reopen it and present new information in regards to it. I mean, if we are letting people blatantly get away with murder, then come on, something needs to be done. And I hope somebody with just some finances says, I'm going to finance the independent investigation, because I saw the white guy on the cover of some kind of magazine holding a football. Like, his career is going to move on. We cannot allow that to happen, especially with all the evidence that points towards, that there were crimes committed.
Okay, guys.
And with that being said,
don't forget to like, share,
get those likes up,
and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, because like we said, a lot of people are not getting notified. A lot of people are not even aware we're doing 2 shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Don't forget to visit shopurbanx.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the blog at urbanx.nyc. Download our app. What else?
All of that. We got books to sell.
We got books. We got merch. We got all of this stuff.
And we appreciate your support.
Always appreciate your support. So with that being said, peace.
Peace.
See you next week.